Hi friends, strangers, internet. My name is EmilyHanhan. I love colorful makeup and colorful language. And I'm here today with Grinchmas Day 7? Day 7. Yes, Day 7. So, today I'm collaborating with another one of my internet faves, real life faves, whatever. The internet is real life. Mia of Mia's Virtual Vanity. Now, first of all, if you don't know Mia, Mia is an absolute delight, a gem, a intelligent, hilarious human being who makes such good videos. Like, it just, everything that they put out on the internet is pure magic to me. Like, Mia does really great commentary, consumerism, low buy, no buy, anti-haul kind of topical videos. She is artistic as all fucking get out and does amazing like palette inspiration based on artwork or looks. Like, just I could gush over Mia for a long time. If you don't know Mia, I will have all of her information in the description box, including the video that she's also doing today. Today we are talking about 2020 trends we want to see die in a fire and what we would like to see in 2021. And we're going to be talking about both fashion and beauty. Fashion, you say? What the fuck do you know about fashion? I don't know anything about fashion, but I'm going to talk specifically about fat fashion, about clothing available and unavailable to fat people, because I've been a fat person my whole life, so it's what I know. If you came over here from Mia's channel, thank you so very much. My name is Emily. If you like colorful makeup, lots of opinions, and cute fat babes in general, I would love for you to go ahead and subscribe. So we're gonna get into trends that I am so fucking over with, and also what I might like to see in the coming year. And I'm going to start with fashion, and then we're gonna end with beauty. I scooch over a little bit, so we'll have some photo examples over here for assistance. So we're gonna start out with something. Can someone explain to me why every sweater made for a fat person has no buttons, no closures? Everything is open and hangy and drapey. But guess what? That's not how you keep warm. Even if you're layering up the whole open, like, just wrap yourself. I don't want to have to hold my clothes shut to stay warm. Add buttons, add zippers. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I jump right into a lot of anger. Like, basically, I just want to replace it with, like, cardigans, sweaters, sweatshirts, like, anything with an actual closure so that it keeps me warm. Okay? Okay. Another thing that I'm seeing, and I don't know if this is an overall trend or just something that is happening in plus size fashion. The first thing that I saw that I was like, please go away, are the floppy bows. The, like, neck floppy bows. I'm sorry. The floppy bows that hang at your neck just look like I'm sorry, but the floppy bows that hang around your neck just look like saggy ball sacks, and I don't think they add anything to a look. But the other things I'm seeing are like feminized menswear, so like button-down shirts, but they kind of look like somewhere between silk pajamas and like a button-down shirt, or pants that are obviously like business wear kind of pants, but they're very flowy, or again, they're made out of like a satiny material or something. I just wish I could find like actual structured pieces as a fat person.
Editing Emily popping in to say, I'm not against the bright, juicy colors. I would just love to see those colors paired with more tailored looks.
Like, shirts or jackets that come in different cuts so that if you don't have a big chest, it fits. If you have big hips, you know, no chest, it fits. If you have a big chest and no hips, it fits. A lot of these looks are very like loose, and so they're business wear, but they also kind of look like tents. And I am team tent. Like, I wear maxi skirts and flowy dresses and hoodies that go down to my knees. Like, I'm good with that. But when it comes to that like buttoned up look, it would be amazing to find some actual things that like fit. I'm really tired of like puffy shoulder sleeve areas, or the floppy ball sack bows, the flowy, like, it's not the kind of flowy that I'm looking for. Why can't cold shoulders go away? I swear, when it comes to plus size fashion, they want everyone to have these weird fucking cutouts on their shoulders. And it, the one, anytime it's like a cutout and then it like, there's like it like ties there. So I just hate it. I hate it so much, because here's the thing. Here's what I would love to see it replaced with. More peekaboo cutout. Like, okay, I saw one top I would have seen more where it was like, you know, the chest area had like a cut, like maybe it was a turtleneck, but then there was a cutout here, or a keyhole, or even cutouts like if it's a dress, something that's showing a little bit of your belly or your back. Like, we could do cute stuff like that. You can show skin besides your shoulders. So yeah, no more cold shoulders. Give us other cute, sexy, cutout, peekaboo, whatever you want to call it. But no more with the cold shoulders. So I cannot stand acrylic fibers. Acrylic, I would love to never come across a sweater or cozy item with acrylic in it. Polyester is bad. Acrylic is the worst. The itchiest fake soft fiber ever in existence. Everything I see, I feel like has like even like 5% acrylic. Can we stop? Can we as fat people get sweaters available in actual cotton or wool or cashmere? You know, fabrics that actually feel good on the skin and keep you warm. I'm so tired of, like, it's not just acrylic, because there's a lot of synthetic fibers out there. Can we just have access to some of these more natural fibers that are not like, you know, $500 for a sweater? Please. So the next thing that I really want to dye are all these like basic items that are super trendy. It's either that they're really expensive or they're affordable, but they're like super fucking trendy. Like, how hard is it to find? Okay, here's what it comes down to. I struggle to find basics regularly, and I feel like every season it changes and every line changes up. Can I just get brands to offer basic clothing and keep some of the same pieces every season and not change them up? So like, if I want sweatpants, I don't want to like look through a billion pairs that have weird things on them. Or if I want a sweatshirt, I don't necessarily want it off the shoulder or crop. Like, I just want a sweatshirt. And I felt like, especially when I was looking through so many different sites, the kinds of things that were like trendy basics, I was just like, I don't want that. I just want to be able to buy a basic item and not like feel like I'm covered in spring of 2020 trend. And I I really want this to be replaced with more accessible basic items. I know that Universal Standard is out there, but I feel like they're the only brand that gets mentioned when you're like, oh, I really want some basics, like a high waist pair of leggings that goes to the floor, like full length. Just like a basic black dress, like a t-shirt style dress, or an A-line skirt. I just wish that there were more options out there and that everything wasn't just this trendy take on a basic. The last thing for fashion that is more a bigger fuck you to the whole system, can we please fucking stop with the fake size inclusivity? Do not tell me that your brand goes up to a 3X, and then when you look at the size chart, that 3X is going to fit what a normal department store brand 1X or extra large would fit. Your fucked up vanity sizing to claim inclusivity is trash. It is bullshit. And also, 3X is no longer the cap. It's no longer impressive when you have sizes up to 3X. Like, can we please stop with this? Oh, they're inclusive. Yeah, their biggest size fits like extra large, or their biggest size is a 3X, and they are touting it so strong when you have people that are 4X, 5X, 6X that are struggling to find clothes. The rise of all of these fast fashion websites that we get touted as places for fat people to shop. And I'm like, I get that bodycon is a thing, but if I buy anything from your site that's listed as a 3X, it's going to fit me like a sausage bodycon dress. A bodycon dress is cute when I want it. That's not what I want all my clothes to be. Stop with the bullshit sizing. Don't call something a 3XL and size it like a 1XL. Don't do it. I'm gonna fucking burn these companies to the ground. That's just a joke, FBI. I'm not gonna do that. Just my anger speaking. So now that we've gotten like the fat fashion anger out, we're gonna talk about beauty. Sorry, I had to do a battery change, so things are slightly different. That's why. So the first beauty trend I just want to see go to fucking hell, Fire, are the oversized eyeshadow palettes. And by oversized, I really mean more than 24 shades, even more than 18 shades. Now, I'm a hypocrite. I bought the Glamlight Ice Cream palette, I know, but like, it's truly the biggest palette I've ever bought, and I have no plans on buying another one like that anytime soon. And the trend that I would rather see replace the Morphe size palettes. You want to make eyeshadow palette? Make the palette magnetic so that I can pop out shades when I want to. Lethal has been doing it, Adept does it, Colored Rain did it, even fucking ColourPop was doing it. I don't even know if they still are. Like, make the palettes magnetic, because guess what? You're going to hook in people that like palettes and like singles by doing this, because I am more tempted by palettes that I kind of sort of want when I know that they are singles, because I can take it apart and use it however the fuck I want to. But people that don't like to take apart their palettes don't ever have to. Let's also burn at the stake eye looks that require like 20 different colors or products. Now, hear me out. I do complicated looks. I do them often. Today's look, I layered on shadows and shadows. I built upon an existing look to make it look a little different. But for so long, we had been sold this lie that like you have to have a transition shade, and then a slightly deepening shade, and then an outer V shade, and then an inner corner shimmer, and a lid shimmer, and maybe a second lid shimmer, and then maybe you're using different colors on the lower lash line. Maybe you have like multiple liners you're using. Like, yes, those looks can be fucking awesome sometimes. But guess what? Can also be gorgeous and amazing and require like 2 or 3 products max, like an all shimmer eye look. I know. I do it a lot. I talk about it a lot. It's one of my favorites. But the joy of just taking like a super fucking cool color like JD Glow Unexpected or Divina Mystic Moon Pie or Cleona Toadstool. Tyrion is scratching my legs as he's playing at my feet, but he's in a good mood, so I'm just gonna leave him be. Yes, keep playing. I know I said your name. You're fine. The joy of doing like an all, like one shadow, maybe with an inner corner. I love it, and it can look so complex, and it's really not. Again, I'm not saying that like the multiple mini product eye looks are bad or should go away forever, but I just hope that they're not the norm moving forward. Now, this is probably a controversial one, but it's one I've talked about before. I don't want any more liquid eyeshadows ever again. And yes, I do even have some of the Danessa Myricks Color Fix, and I like them. But I don't want brands to be bringing them out anymore. Okay, so this really stems from the liquid multi-chromes, which, yes, Danessa did. Danessa has these new Twin Flames. Natasha Denona did them. Ciate, Dominique Cosmetics. The times that I've used liquid shadows, especially when they're in like a doe foot container, I personally find them more frustrating to use than a powder shadow. And I'm just really fucking tired of them. And I think the way we can replace them is by releasing more multi-chromes without the black base. So the way I heard some of the multi-chromes in Natasha's Triochrome palette didn't have the black base, the way Cleona and some of these other brands are doing like different bases for the multi-chrome shadow, that I think is how you make it more approachable and easier to just like swipe on and go. Whereas these more intense black based multi-chromes can be a little bit trickier to work with. So like, can we put the effort in making some not black based powder multi-chromes rather than putting effort into liquid shadows? That would be awesome. Thank you. Oh, I know some of y'all won't like me to say this, but I just really want the giant lashes to go away. Hear me out. I think you can wear really big lashes and it's not overkill or boring or, you know, any of that. But I think a lot of people, I've said this before, maybe even in last year's video when I talked about predictions, people wear big lashes to block out a bad eye look. Whereas I'm going to say somebody like Bean, her eye shape and the way she does her eye look, she can wear really big eyelashes and I never feel like they're blocking the look. And there are other people out there that are doing that. But people that are just putting on these big, like, very dense lashes, the Snuffleupagus lash has got to go. Rock the big, wispy, fluttery, whatever, but, like, the just dense, like, wink, wink, wink lashes. I am so tired of them. But I think if you want to do lashes, what I would love to see are more of the colorful lashes that have been hitting the market. Like, it can coordinate with your look or it can accent. I think I saw Donnie Darkowitz do like a whole series of looks with some new colorful lashes. Or I would also love for colorful mascaras to finally like hit the market in a way that where they where they work. Colorful mascaras with the thinner brushes so that you could really like get in and either just do the bottom lashes or do both sets, like both upper and lower lashes. I think that would be really cool. I would love to see for 2021, see some brands do colorful mascara where the color really shows, or where it's a formula where you could kind of like build it out to be kind of that like long and scraggly lashes. Does that make sense? I would just love to see that. That could be a fun way to do something kind of weird and dramatic with your lashes that doesn't have to involve false lashes. So even myself, I have become somebody that enjoys cream products, but could we the really like the glossy gloopy look I really don't like. And what I mean by that is like some brands have been doing these like face balms that rather than being like a firm like formula like the Danessa Duet Balm, which is still creamy, it feels like it's almost like jelly or something, so it's more liquidy. I don't like, okay, I don't mind a cream finish on the face, but I don't like when it's still like tacky or sticky. So I would love for the like really dewy, like you dunked your face in Vaseline look to kind of chill out for 2021. But instead, I would love for more brands, more products to come out that give you shiny, dewy, natural looking finishes, or even really like high, like very wet looking finishes that actually dry down. So I have this over here. This is the Milky Way from Danessa Myricks. Now this is basically like a pure glitter product, but there's something about the way this looks that like it could make your eyes look like they're just coated in like silver water or like silver gold water. Like you see how that looks? To me that looks shiny and like very, very glossy. But this dries down, so you could coat your whole face in this. You could coat your eyes in it. You could layer it over other products, and it's not going anywhere. And that's the kind of products I want to see more of. This is something I kind of talked about in my predictions video for last year, where it's like I want more like technology in makeup, and I feel like the technology might be there to do more products that like, okay, this is completely dried down. It's not going anywhere. Like, it's not going anywhere, but it looks like I dipped myself in, I mean, it's sparkly, but it looks like I dipped myself in like a like silvery gold, just beautiful liquid. I'm gilded in a way. So yeah, I would love to see less of the products out on the market that feel like they're like gloopy, and even the whole like eye glaze thing, like less of actual glazes and more products that just give you that wet look without actually being wet. There's a trend that's been happening this year. It's a very like euphoria trend, and that is a lot of graphic liner, but a lot of times done with like nothing on the lid, nothing on the eye. I'm not saying those looks are ugly, because they're not. I know I said that like an inflection, like it was a question. I just don't love them, and I would love to see that trend be replaced with playing with more like blown out shadow and then graphic liner on top, or like pretty like full eye look, whatever that means, whether it's like an all shimmer look or all matte look, and then maybe you do a wing liner, but it's a bright pink, or it's a grapey purple rather than your traditional like black wing liner. I would just love to see more of the like graphic liner trend, and your like old school wing liner lovers kind of find a in between where there's like graphic liner being played with other eyeshadow components. So I would love to see that. With everything that's been going on in 2020 with the pandemic, you know, I know that lip products have not been a huge like focus for people. Rather than veering into the realm of like the really drying lip tints or the liquid lipsticks. These are two products that I've seen people going back to in 2020 because of mask life. And I would like to never return to them again, because most of these like really drying lip tints, for me, they never tint evenly. They are more concentrated on dry patches, all of that. I really dislike that. And you know my hatred of liquid lipsticks, or if you don't, I just really dislike them. And I'm not saying this is necessarily fair for mask wearing all the time. The trend that I would love to see for 2021 is just diving more into bullet lipsticks that have a formula that it's not transfer proof, but it also doesn't really go anywhere. So I've mentioned this lipstick a couple of times recently, but it's at top of my mind. Merlot from the Lip Bar is a really super dark lipstick that it does transfer, but it also stays on really, really well. And I would love to see more, you know, this formula, the Lisa Eldridge matte formula, these formulas that don't feel as like emollient or as comfortable as some other formulas I might tend to use more often, but I can put them on and literally forget about them for a very long time. So I would love to see that being explored more than just being like, no lip products, or super long wearing but very drying lip products. The last kind of two things that I want to talk about are both related to your base, that part of the makeup. I know 2020 has definitely been a year of fewer people using really full coverage, really matte, really like one-dimensional skin products, but I would just love to see that completely die. So when you put on that foundation where it's just like everything is a mask, and then now you have to go back in and add everything back because everything is now one tone in a mask. I'm not saying that there aren't foundations out there that can do that don't look super like cakey and heavy, but I feel like most of them do look that way. And I feel like it adds a formality to makeup that I just don't like that. I think the formality of it, of like, you're doing your face, you're doing makeup. Like, I love makeup and I love playing in all kinds of makeup, but I love when I see people do like mixed coverage. You know, they might do like a light to medium weight foundation, and then they go in with concealer and they conceal the fuck out of their face. If you don't need it in certain spots, or if you need much less in certain spots, then why put it there? And I'm not like, oh, it needs to look natural. So we're gonna go into that in the next one. I would love to see less of the just like foundation all over your face, and more of like, okay, let's think about where we want to put things and what we want where. And that kind of goes into my last thing that I really want to see die in a goddamn fire, and that is this like no makeup trend, particularly when it's framed as like makeup shaming. A lot of times I feel like no makeup is framed out as like, I am just naturally this stunning, and also no man should know that I wear makeup. First of all, men are dumb. They will literally show you a picture of a supermodel and be like, I want you to be naturally pretty like that. Like, yeah. And then you're like, okay, so I'm going to do no makeup and wear like 30,000 products and then not like it? Not like it. What am I trying to say? Do the makeup you want to do. If no makeup makes you so fucking happy, do that. But also, you don't have to pretend like you're not wearing makeup. I don't put glittery things on my eyes to try to pretend like that's really me. Like, I enjoy the process of putting it on. I enjoy the products I wear. I like mixing it up. Some days I'm doing more of like a really like unadjusted face and heavy eyes. Other days I have like full coverage foundation on and then everything else on top of it. Some days I have a really bold lip and just like highlighter and something simple on the eyes. Other days I do have like 5 different shimmers on my eyes and doing this and that and the other. But I think my biggest complaint with the whole no makeup trend is that I feel like it's framed as just trying to make makeup acceptable and policing the amount of makeup you can wear and the ways that you can do it that make it acceptable to other people, particularly to men, but oftentimes other women or, you know, anyone out there that might be judgmental about what you put on your face. So I would just love for people to like continue to do whatever they want with their makeup. Whether that means like literally no base products and a fuck ton of eyeshadow and lipstick, or like no eyeshadow but they fucking love blush and highlighter. Whatever you want, I hope you do it. And that's what I would love to see trending in 2021. But also, I just fucking hate no makeup with a passion. Okay, I think that's everything. I think that's all of the trends that I fucking hate and I want to see die in a fire. And also things that I'm excited to see in 2021. Let me know, do you hate any of the things I also hate? Do you like any of the things that I'm encouraging to be a part of the world in 2021? I guess you could say these are kind of predictions, but not really, but kind of. Again, if you are not familiar with Mia, please go check out Mia's channel. She is just like just everything. The intelligence, the humor, the beauty, the creativity, all of it. Mia has it all. Please go watch her video. I can't wait to see what trends she is hating and what she's looking forward to in 2021. And thank you again for spending a bit of your day with me. Thank you so much to all my patrons and all my YouTube members. Thank you for all of your support. I hope you are enjoying the adventure that is known as Grinchmas, and I hope you will come back tomorrow for another entertaining video of some sort related to beauty or commentary or any other random thing I want to talk about. I'll see you again real soon. Bye, friends.